Becky Lynch is expected to return to WWE imminently. A new Raw logo debuted during Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, and a heel turn was teased on last night's SmackDown. Stay tuned for all the wrestling news. I think one name that has been very, very absent from WWE programming, like notably absent, we've felt her absence, is Becky Lynch. She's been a focal point of the women's division and just WWE in general for the past few years, and we've not really seen her this year. She has been out of WWE, she has left WWE, but it looks like that is changing soon because a report from PW Insider says that sources within WWE and Netflix expect Becky Lynch to be back in the folds with WWE by their debut on the streaming platform. So January 6th on Netflix. I'm not surprised they want her back.
No, I'm assuming we're going to have eventually, it'll be like Gene Snitsky's coming back, Kane's coming back, Undertaker's coming back. Just bring them all in. It's Netflix.
Exactly. Bring all the classics.
You need all of the big names at your disposal. Becky has been notably absent, as you said. Obviously, she went away. She's released a book. That kind of coincided with her leaving. So it's kind of like, she's had a bit of a break. It's time to come back.
It's time to come back. We all expected her to return to WWE at some point when she left and had this hiatus. She isn't signed with the company. She is a free agent, so she could literally go anywhere if she did want to.
Popping up to fight big Mercedes Moné.
Yeah, like in theory she could, but I think everyone knew that she would be back in WWE at some point, and it's just a matter of time. Now, when I first read this report, I was thinking, oh God, that's by the time they're on Netflix, that's a long time away. No. We're already in mid-November.
At the end of another year. Time is just getting faster and faster, and
so expect to see her pop up on TV within the next month and a half. Yeah. Do you think she'll debut before that episode or
somebody has to debut on the episode, right? Well, re-debut on the episode. Somebody has to make a big statement on the episode. So who's it going to be? We've got
it's not The Rock.
Then, we got Survivor Series. We got Saturday Night's Main Event as the next two big tent poles. I think the Raw jumping to Netflix has to have a big moment. What that will be, it could be Becky, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if we see her pop up on, say, Saturday Night's Main Event.
That's a good shout. Yeah, something a little bit before, so you get that lead into the
You've got all the
event.
hype building up to it.
Either way, it'll be great to see her back. You'd think immediately she's going to be part of like world title pictures at some point.
Get her in the bloodline.
Get her in the bloodline. There you go. Sam has booked it. She's in the bloodline. Staying with WWE though and Netflix, it looks like we have had our first look at the logo for when WWE makes that jump. Strangely revealed during Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, which you don't really need to watch.
No, you know how it went. It was all predetermined.
It was a snooze fest.
Yeah, basically, we had a report about 3 or 4 months ago about toys arriving at a toy shop with a brand new Raw logo and Netflix above it. That was like it was like a slanted text that said Raw with 2 diagonal lines.
It wasn't too dissimilar to what we've got now.
No, but the new one is, it's a logo. It's one of the logos of all time.
As you can see, I mean, I look.
It's got a square on it for the squared circle.
It looks. I want to say it looks good, but
it looks like the
boring.
Netflix logo.
Yes, yeah. It looks like they're bringing everything in brand and on brand to what Netflix would have. Is it? Do I really care too much about it?
When was the last time a wrestling show logo got you tickled your pickle?
Collision. I love that logo. I love the Collision logo.
Are you kidding me?
I genuinely love the Collision logo. 100% hands down love that logo. But I'm not got the same love for the logo that's on the screen behind us just now.
No, I'm sure it'll grow on me. I didn't really like the current Raw logo when it first debuted. I don't really like the new SmackDown logo. I much prefer the old kind of block.
The block square, one, the white and the blue. Yeah, either. Ross had some good logos. I don't know if this will stand the test.
It'll grow on. Well, it'll become normal and we'll just accept it. And then eventually they'll change it and we'll go, oh, that's a terrible logo. Not like the current one.
Not the current one.
We'll become conditioned. It's
Rinse,
fine.
repeat. It's like with Doctor Who when you get the new Doctor.
I don't think it's too bad. It's
not the worst.
It's very Netflix.
It's the shock of seeing something new. We don't like change here. No. But something is changing. We've got a new member of the Bloodline. Kind of. Because Bronson Reed on SmackDown last night looked looks like he's aligned with them for War Games.
So he is set to be the 5th man after he assisted the Bloodline in beating down Roman Reigns, attacking him from behind while Reigns was staring down Fatu before hitting a tsunami on Jimmy Uso, and then a second tsunami on Reigns.
Now, just to clarify something, because this is getting a bit confusing. We've got Bloodline, we've got New Bloodline, but the New Bloodline, it's more of a continuation of the old Bloodline, and he's joined Solo's Bloodline.
He's in Solo's group. He's in the Solo camp.
Which makes you think, who's going to join up with Roman's team? It's got to be Seth Rollins.
No, come on. I'm not. That's Fonzie jumping the shark.
It's got to be Seth Rollins, because we've had this thing with Bronson.
No, that's Fonzie jumping the shark. Keep Seth separate. Just because they were in the Shield, and just because Cody helped him beat. He helped beat.
It's going to be Seth, guys. It's going to be Seth. Let us know in the comments below if you think Seth is going to be joining up with Roman's team. I think he will.
Hawaii, he's just been signed. Bring him in, and then bring Shane back. Make him the next member of the Bloodline. Get rid of Bronson Reed, and we can close out Lance Hawaii and Shane McMahon's feud.
We could do that.
That's a thing.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Shane McMahon once brought Lance Hawaii onto Raw and beat him mercilessly in front of Roman.
Wow. Well,
in order to prove a point.
There you go. Yeah. So maybe
bringing in Bronson
maybe
Reed.
That's what we'll do at Survivor Series.
Sweatiest man alive.
War Games. Well, maybe one person that could help Roman Reigns' team is the wise man Paul Heyman. And
get him in some spandex.
Maybe
get him in the ring.
Hey, he faced CM Punk, right, in a match on Raw.
Get Atlas security and just sort of stand guard around it.
He could do it. Well, it looks like he's on his way back to SmackDown and the Bloodline. Or does it? Yeah, kind of. It's kind of like they're bringing him back into the fold, but his number's out of service. So at the end of last night's SmackDown, Roman Reigns did try and call Paul Heyman. This was on the suggestion of Jey Uso. He tried to phone him on the number that he has saved in his phone, and it went to a voicemail saying that the number was no longer in service. So it looks like we're not getting Paul Heyman just yet. The wise man's holding out.
What if it was like, hi, you've reached the number. Sorry, I'm not able to take the phone. You've reached the number of Brock Lesnar.
Oh, no. Oh, no. And they bring him in at the mix.
Well, who's the only guy that could probably, just sort of wash away a lot of things if you brought him back with Lesnar?
I feel like the way that they're building this, it's a case of Heyman is still on the run from Solo, sort of scared of Solo a little bit after the beatdown, and maybe the number has been taken control of by Solo. I don't know how they're framing this.
Maybe Heyman's still tied to a chair in some warehouse. Maybe it's the warehouse from the original intro to not the original intro, the good intro to Raw is War back in the day.
Okay, yeah, the one that Stone Cold's walking through, and
Maybe he's just tied up in there with the ring still on fire. The fumes have knocked him out a bit and melted his phone.
It's like in Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Roman's got to save one of them, and who's it going to be?
Look, Heyman is a focal point of this story. He's a focal character right in the middle of it. I think that surely he's got to be returning soon.
Yeah, I think
he's got to factor into maybe not Survivor Series. Maybe it's going to come a little bit further down the line.
Yeah,
but he's going to factor into it unless they are going to bring him back with Brock.
We know that WWE and the Bloodline specifically like to, I don't want to say drag things out, but drag things out where it's like, right, we're going to really take our time with it. And I feel like
we're taking 40 minutes to say something that takes 10.
Yeah, this is the next part of that where it's going to be teases and teases and teases. I think we will see him at Survivor Series, at least a glimpse
just wearing like a mustache and fake glasses in the front row.
Yeah, or something backstage where we'll see a glimpse of him, but it's and maybe Solo's attacked him again or something like that, and that's our first look at him. I think it'll be very dependent on if The Rock's coming back, if we see him inside with being like, where's his loyalties to lie? But either way, Paul Heyman might be back on TV at some point soon. At least they're bringing him back into the fold. And
I can't wait.
I can't wait. He has been missed. Sticking with SmackDown and rounding off this first news video of today, we do have, we seem to have some heel turn esque things going on, some naughtiness on SmackDown.
One of them, I mean, if you didn't expect it coming, you're a complete moron. The other one, juicy.
Well, during last night's Motor City Machine Guns versus Street Profits match, we had teased a couple of heel turns. Firstly, the match ended in DQ thanks to Tommaso Ciampa, who came out and pushed Montez Ford off of the ropes, causing the DQ.
What are you doing, Tommaso? Oh my God! And then he kept beating them down, and it was just, oh my, what are you doing? No, where's Johnny Gargano? He should should be coming out here to...
And out comes Johnny Gargano to try and talk him down.
Come on,
He's
Tommy.
like,
Come on, Tommy C. Calm down, Tommy C. Just think about all of
Shoves
the...
he shoves him.
Oh, you idiot.
Tommaso
If you
Ciampa
didn't
has
see this
shoved
coming at some point.
Johnny Gargano. And it looks like there's a bit of tension between DIY. Yeah, exactly.
They're
We
always
all know
best when they're feuding.
It's best when
they're
they're
a great
feuding.
tag team, but I much prefer them against each other.
I think they're both turning heel. I do think this was a misdirect to make it look like we're getting another DIY breakup, but I think Gargano's going to be turning heel as well. But that wasn't the only slight heel turn. I don't even say this one's a heel turn, but more like heelish tendencies.
Yes.
Towards the end, or at the end of the match, we did see Dawkins push past the Motorcycle Machine Guns, kind of dejected. Same with Ford. They didn't look happy. Understandable. They've lost their shot.
They've lost their shot and not by their own hand. It's been taken from them by somebody else.
But they do need a little bit of a boost in that character department right now. Maybe a little bit of a heel turn. I wouldn't mind if they separated them, but
They get asked a lot about separation, and I think they're one of those teams that are just very flat about the fact that they work together well as a team. I think that it'd be interesting as a dynamic. I think that you would immediately have people starting to compare them.
Yes, you would have
go single.
Go, who's the Jannetty?
Yeah, it's not what we really need with them because they're such a great team. They're both fantastic wrestlers, but at the same time, maybe.
Hey, Montez Ford is a future.
And then we can break the New Day up.
That's definitely happening. That's definitely happening. But anyway, that is all we've got time for just now. We will, of course, be back later on today with more wrestling news. So stay tuned to the YouTube channel and social media and .com.
And have a fantastic, wonderful wedding, Tom Campbell. If you're watching this video, what the hell are you doing? Get prepared.
Oh, my God.
Tatty bye.
Yeah. Go. Bye, Tom. Enjoy your wedding.